what struck me, or what has struck me in the last couple of weeks, is that when the attack happened in New York and then the bombing happened in Afghanistan, there was a moment where people's hearts were broken so profoundly that they were open. And there was a sense of compassion that could be felt that hadn't been felt. Of course, compassion had been felt, but a deepening of that compassion, a deepening of the understanding of the insult of innocent beings all over the world, in all cultures, being killed. A recognition of that. What a moment. But then, sadly, what I have seen is, because that moment is so big, and because people are, in general, deeply, deeply identified with themselves as separate entities, there becomes a kind of closing off from that and back to business as usual. I mean, that's even what our leaders say, get back to business as usual. And I'm not speaking of the economy. It won't help anyone for the economy to crash. But we cannot get back to business. And yet our minds are inviting us back to business. Our what about me business. Yes, but how about the way I feel today? So there's a moment that we can all be true to. It's still here. It hasn't gone anywhere. But in its unbearableness, our minds, I'm not talking about, you're not free to laugh, to have fun, to sing. All of that's not business as usual. The business as usual is the individual suffering, the individual story about me and my needs, and who didn't meet them, and who's not meeting them, and who won't meet them. That's the business as usual. So I remember there was a quote once, maybe it was from Faulkner, something about mankind will always choose the familiar, hell, rather than the unknown. So in this moment in time, there is a huge unknown. Whatever our leaders tell us, there is a huge unknown, politically, culturally, globally. There always is, but it's apparent now. We can take that in and meet that unknownness and recognize the indefinable fulfillment that is unknowable. Then perhaps our little time here on the earth, this little blink, will have been used to give rather than to take. Perhaps. We will see. And perhaps that will affect someone someplace. Who knows? No guarantees.